Hi everyone, welcome to today's sharing sessions. Today we're just going to touch about one thing. Now there are a lot of things out there for you to do to better and improve your food and beverage business. Isn't that so? This one thing is very important, especially over the last 2 years. And what I'm talking to is stats, data. Now I'm going to show you through this particular case study on our food and beverage industry in Singapore, bring out some stats. Now, for those of you that are just watching this for the first time, I want you to take note of the stats and do you know about this? Now, why? Because if you do not, that means you might not have been watching your environment because these are all freely available data. And then, of course, throughout the video, I'm just going to share with you some of the areas which you can actually look at. And if you scroll down right now below, there are links which you can actually click and go and download all the reports I prepare for you with regards to the food and beverage industry in Singapore, with regards to the few delivery platforms that I have no doubt that you are using. We hope you like it, and if you enjoyed the video so far and if you have not subscribed to our video, please join our community, subscribe, and give us a like. With that being said, let's go into today's sharing session. Folks, what you're looking at is collated by SingStats. SingStats is an agency in Singapore that collates stats from across the various different industries. And what we are looking at is the total food and beverage sales in the month of October. So the total sales volume is $659 million in October 2021. And the online sales proportion is 38.4%. Now, I mentioned earlier that stats is something that's very, very important. You need to know it, you need to own it, and it need to grow on you so that you'll be able to use it to further market and propel your food and beverage businesses. Now, take for instance, are you aware that this $659 million is just 200 over million shy of the figure that we get in 2019 December? What does it mean? So while the food and beverage industry in Singapore is not in the best of shape, if you think about it, there is almost non-existent tourists coming into Singapore, and we're closing it at 659 million in October, which is no festive, nothing at all. The figure is actually not too bad. And looking at 38.4% online sales, it would debunk a series of myths. So what myth are we trying to debunk here? Now, if some of you remember during the heightened alert, which is in May and June period, there was a series of interviews, there were a lot of articles being done on the food and beverage operator, asking them how were their sales. And the feedback was it was bad, it was worse than during the circuit breaker. Now, the actual fact is actually much better. For those that attended the November market outlook, you will know that it's a lot way better. And what myth am I trying to debunk here? The myth that we're trying to debunk here is, firstly, online sales will dip the moment the market is opened up. And another myth you want to debunk is this year is actually worse than last year. So the figures show that this year, totality is actually much better than last year. Take for instance, when I mentioned about May and June, we were clocking more than $250 million. Whereas last year, of course, we were doing healthy volume. We were not reaching this amount of sales. And overall, the sales did not dip much. As evident from right now, 659 million, of course, is depressed. The sales is down compared to 2019 December. But bearing in mind, 2019 December, the whole Singapore is open, you got tons of tourists, you're doing 900 over million. Right now we have nothing, we're doing 600 over million. And another figure I want you to look at is 38.4 million. Almost 40% of the food and beverage sales in Singapore comes from the online portion. Again, highlighting the fact on how important it is to understand this online portion. Now, just now when you look at the stats, right, Do you actually know the stats? Do you know that we were tracking at over $50 million in food and beverage, although you are a food and beverage operator? Now, these are the stats that are readily available to you. Now, if you do not, then some of the stats that you have, we are talking about first-party data, how au fait and how well-versed you are with your own data. Have you ever looked at it? Which day you have the best sales? Which item is better? Which item is not so good? The item that you have in mind, is it performing very well? And of course, right now we're doing a lot of online food delivery. Did you look at the report that some of the delivery service provider has sent you? I know that Foodpanda do that. So are you looking at it? Does it make any sense to you? I'm sure you're probably doing some form of advertisement, whether on Google Ads, on Facebook. Are you connecting the dots? Is it making sense to you? Now, this is one of the things that is readily available to you, but a lot of people are not making use of it. Now, for the longest time, we buy reports from the various big guys like AC Nielsen, Euromonitor, to have a better sense of the environment. Right now, you have it all at your fingertips. You can actually go in, which is I have actually provided for you. You can actually download from the link below. On a monthly basis, how big is my market? How many people are searching for items that are related to me? How many are searching for my competitors? All these at your fingertips. And if you're tracking your first-party data, if you're looking at the various touch point and data point that some of the food service, all these delivery providers are sending to you, you have a feel of when they land on your site, why are they making this decision? Why are they not making a decision? And of course, you're using your own website. Just the mere fact of the Google Analytics is really such a powerful tool. Why am I saying so many things about this? Well, one reason is we love to know why when someone comes into our F&B outlet, our cafes, our restaurants, our coffee shop, and they leave without buying anything or they leave not consuming a lot of dollars, we want to know why. We have our customer service staff, our server to engage them, to ask them. Now that is offline. And what I'm sharing with you online, all this can be done, can be tracked. And that's the reason why if 2022, there's only one thing you want to fully understand and leverage on: stats and data. Stats and data, all about your business, your competitors, your customers, of course. So right now, do something, download the reports, go in, there's every week. So you want to go the week after, I think we started somewhere around November. So you can track every week what is happening in the online food delivery, what is happening at the 3 platforms, how they're performing. We even include an advertising module. What are they buying on the advertisement? How much are they spending? So that if you're thinking about buying similar terms, you get a benchmark. And of course, you can just start looking at your own data and start to try to triangulate and see how you can actually make better. You link below, of course, if you want to reach out to us, just drop us a message, and we'll love to share with you and bring you through some of the reports and even conduct a customized research for you as well. And if you enjoy this and it value adds to you, again, do subscribe to our channel and drop us a like. It will be so great. It will be greatly encouraging. Thank you very much. Thank you for tuning in. Look forward to seeing you in the next video, and stay safe.